Amelita Chua lost her son, Mark Wilson, when he was 19 years old. In February 2001, he exposed bribery, corruption, and extortion in his university's training program for military reserve officers. Weeks later, he was murdered. The gruesome images are still vivid in Amelita's memory.
He was fished out from the Pasig River, wrapped in carpet, wrapped in packaging tape.
A year after Mark's death, mandatory military training for male college students under the Reserve Officers Training Corps, or ROTC program, was scrapped. But now President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. and his allies in Congress want it back. This time, it'll be for all college students, male and female.
It's not only enough that we modernize our armed forces. We also need to make sure that we have enough boots on the ground. It's always been a tradition that the source for reservists is from the ROTC.
In the face of China's increasing assertiveness, the Philippine military has been beefing up its defenses, forging closer ties with the United States and other allies. But some youth leaders want no part of it.
More than 20 years ago, male college students in the Philippines marched and carried out rifle drills on open fields like this. There's strong support for the return of mandatory military training in campuses, but critics question its value then and now.
During the final campaign event for the election of student leaders at the University of the Philippines, all candidates were against it. This, despite the assurance of politicians that the ROTC bill has safeguards against abuses.
These public officials tend to ignore valid criticisms on the mandatory ROTC program. That's why we can't trust such grievance board, even though they say that it will be created to reduce or eliminate abuses.
Amelita says Mark loved being in the ROTC program, and she understands the need for the country to be able to respond more adequately to disasters or an attack. But she wants all the perpetrators of her son's murder to be brought to justice, and for others in the country to learn from what happened to him. Only then, she says, can her family and others affected by his death move on. Barnaby, Al Jazeera, Manila.